Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft 2, Legacy of the Void. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I feel like putting off a return to that Shakuras tower mission as long as possible. Let's go to Glacius, where blood runs cold.
Zeratul, old friend, I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat Amon.
I have to shove a keystone up his ass. A keister stone, as it were.
Where our Kalai scientists experimented on new weaponry in secret. Within the Glacius facility, the Purifier program has been reborn. We must recover this immense.
So he got the secret briefings as hierarch. Did they have to put his name in the briefings a lot to increase how much attention he paid? Or am I thinking of a different guy who used to receive secret briefings? Yeah.
Glacius facility. Within lies the greatest weaponry the Empire ever developed.
It is the site of the Purifier Revival Program.
Purifiers, the forbidden weapon.
The forbidden machina.
Away by the conclave, never to be restored.
The ancient purifiers are not kept here, Preserver. They are still locked away.
These are new purifiers.
On Glacius, our researchers have been developing prototype weaponry inspired by that ancient technology.
You speak above your caste, Kalai. This is unimaginable heresy.
You need to belong to the heresy caste before you're allowed to talk like this.
And facing annihilation. If this technology may help us, we will use it.
So, again, because the sequence in which we're doing this, we're not getting to see Matriarch Venezia have whatever dialogue she would have here. We're just going to miss it, but I think I'm kind of over it. I really don't. I really want to put off that purifier, or the...
They are attacking the facility.
Hold on.
Has unleashed his servants. Ready our warriors.
Okay, so I guess we're fighting Protoss this time, because the Tal'Darim are the Protoss that work for Amon. But yeah, she would be over here. I'm sure she'd be saying something. You can look it up. But like I found on YouTube, I found a video with all of the dialogue from the Core Hall missions, which included, you know, the different variations when you do and do not have certain party members with you. So I'm sure she probably actually has dialogue here, and I feel a little bad that we're not going to see it, but I'm kind of over it. What I should have done is actually checked it out on the YouTubes and described it for you. But instead, we're going to go straight to the War Council and talk to Rohana.
The Tal'Darim. They have not been seen since the Aeon of Strife.
Yeah.
Before the Protoss were united by the Call of Light.
Those jerks.
I'm afraid they returned some time ago, Rohana. We thought them fanatical servants of the Zelnaga for years. But in truth, they had enslaved themselves to Amon.
Who is the Zelnaga, so yeah.
Willingly follow Amon.
They're weird like that.
That is unclear. The Tal'Darim call themselves the Chosen. What Amon has chosen them for, we do not know. They are dangerous foes who have helped forge the
chosen them to
and
kick
shed
your
blood
ass.
in the name of our great enemy.
Protoss turned upon Protoss. The Deul demands retribution for such offense. They must be destroyed.
If it is their fate, it shall be.
What? It's unthinkable that any Protoss would harm any other Protoss. They must be harmed. So we kind of already did this. Actually already allocated our Solar Knight too, but we can chat with Friendo here. Well, he doesn't really have a whole lot to say.
I grew up hearing rumors of Glacius and the work that was done here.
I heard that he makes blood run cold. Didn't he eventually like sell his outfit to Kaz Hayashi or something? I don't really remember what happened with Glacius. Glacier is a WCW wrestler. It was kind of an embarrassment.
Glacius. We were never meant to come here, but our need is dire.
We need his power in order to defeat James Vandenberg and Mortis and Wrath, etc., etc.
If we are to obtain the purified
Hey, you couldn't talk to us before. Why y'all chatty now?
The Tal'Darim are preparing to fire upon the facility.
Okay. So our new unit available is the Sentry. The achievements are all messed up, but we are supposed to not let the Tal'Darim displacement beam destroy any of our units. And destroy 6 Tal'Darim gateways or warp gates. I think this is a mission where we're both kind of after the same objective and we have to get there faster, and we can, but do not need to attack their base. I think that's usually when you get a mission objective like, oh, you get a special bonus for just destroying their warp gates. That means you don't actually have to destroy the warp gates. You're supposed to just make units get the job done quickly. Defend the ramp leading into your base with photon cannons. It's the easiest place to fend off enemy attacks. Okay. If they're going to just flat out tell me that, I guess we're actually going to do that. Even though last mission, photon cannons were kind of a waste. We were far better off just having a big old death ball rolling around the map. And that's kind of how it works with the Protoss, with any of the races, but particularly the Protoss. Like, you're going to win when you have like a max population army with upgrades rolling around the map as a big death ball. Like, your losses are minimized, and therefore your costs spent on units are minimized if you have enough firepower rolling around that it kills alpha enemies before they can inflict damage.
Hierarch, the Tal'Darim are unleashing their mothership's phase displacement beam against Glacius's orbital defenses.
Okay.
I am First Descendant Alarak, and I've been charged with destroying this facility.
Hey, it's John Delaney or Valancy or whatever is cute.
But you're too late. It will be annihilated along with the rest of this pathetic world. Use your time to withdraw from the system, or remain here and watch your forces burn to ash. I care little which you choose.
I'm kind of a jerk that way.
He is not entirely correct. If
He does care what we choose.
Our forces could outpace the displacement beam.
Then we are going in.
We're it. Alright.
The displacement beam is advancing. We must reach the vault before it is destroyed.
Okay.
For soon. We await our charge.
So these guys are encased in solar bonite or something? Well, they did tell us to make cannons, so...
I am detecting a Tal'Darim force amassing outside of our nexus point. We must prepare for assault. Wait, these sentries were left behind. Let me activate them. They are quite effective at restoring shields to nearby warriors.
And our warriors have engaged yet. Okay, so they barely managed to. They're supposed. This is like a plot battle, which we barely managed to win. It goes to show you, these guys aren't super effective after all.
And there. Our gateways are now calibrated to warp them in as well.
Okay. So this, I don't think they work on structures, but Purifier Beam is getting ahead of us a bit here. But they told us, hey, do some photon cannons, so we should expect to get attacked here in this mission. Rather than just... Rarely were we attacked in that last mission at our base, and the way we mustered our troops, it really was a non-issue. Okay. So we could use immortals here. Matter of fact, let's I guess I've forgotten how expensive they are. Maybe we don't need immortals. Well, we got to get an economy going no matter what. But I do feel like we're moving way too slow here. Let's, I don't know what the bonus objective is either. All right. Let's get I guess we'll just go with gateways. If we have those guys backing them up to shoot down air, zealots will probably be fine, or whatever the hell non-zealot guys we got. The Dark Templar version of zealots. Okay. Centurions, excuse me. And these guys cost a lot of gas.
I walk the shadowed path.
He walks the shadow path, by the way. We're wasting energy. So I'll just drop a pylon just to be using energy for something.
I walk the shadowed path.
Okay. I think this is. I do need to get going here, but I think this is going to work. I think we should be doing this and not necessarily bothering with immortals, which are super pricey.
Upgrade complete.
Alright. Let's get a start going on whatever it is that we're going to do. That will get us fully saturated.
Our blades meet
Probably should be actually watching that battle, but... yeah, I definitely should be watching that battle. I got a bunch of guys not even participating. These guys walk the shadowed path, you know what I'm saying?
It appears the station scientists were storing raw solarite here as well.
What a bunch of
We
weirdos!
should obtain it. Excellent.
I mean, nobody likes Silvernight like I like Silvernight, but... I don't have enough pylons, eh? That's an unexpected place to trip up.
A Tal'Darim force field. We need to destroy its power source to clear the way. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yeah, we need to destroy its power source, guys.
Upgrade complete.
Anyway, you guys can shoot it from over... nope, I'm not allowed to attack it. Alright, gotta destroy the force field or whatever. I don't know what the hell that was. Is it...
We've discovered more sentries. I will activate them now.
huh. Well, what do you know?
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay. Not 100% sure what we're supposed to do with that blocked off gate they mentioned. What the hell is that? An oracle, okay. Can somebody, like, maybe attack it? Thank you. Okay, this might be a thing I don't have to fight.
Upgrade complete.
That seemed like a lot. So this is where this is where these and it looks like my guys are not killed by it, which is interesting.
Our forces are near the displacement beam. We must remain alert and stay out of its range.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'd say that.
Bringing nearby sentries online.
Our pylon is under attack.
Ah, well. Yeah, again, this is where I don't know that we need to deal with those.
Our forces are in mortal danger. Get them away from the beam. Our blades meet. Our pylon is under attack.
I did lose some guys there, but I found Solarite.
Another solarite sample obtained.
Our pylon is under attack.
Meanwhile, they keep beating up my pylons. I wish I knew the correct path to, well, we're getting attacked here.
You must construct additional pylons.
Oh, shoot. Well, they're going to beat it without me needing to do more, so... Yeah, alright, let's go this way and, might have to bust out some, here we go. Because our guys don't get hurt by it. Whether that makes sense or not. And it doesn't really.
I'm detecting movement from the Tal'Darim fleet. Multiple transport signatures inbound on the facility.
Warp prisms. Clever. Alarak is activating the facility's old defenses, using them against us.
Clever.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Releasing sentries from stasis.
So I think the Solar Knight we're just going to find on the way. I'm not that worried about it anymore, but... Alright.
Our blades meet the enemy. Our blades meet the enemy.
So it's a very good, to be using these, they're just, it's just really handy, this power.
Our blades meet the enemy.
I don't know if we need to fight that group. Oh, well, here's our last Solar Knight, so...
Acquired all of the raw solarite samples. They are still in superb condition. You should see them.
They're freaking awesome, man! I think, and that's a meme, too. Like, he is so excited about Solar Knight. It's like a running joke. Okay. I'm not sure if I got enough here. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. Okay. Gonna need to build up some more forces before I push through there. Plenty of resources. But dangerously close to being out of time. We just have to touch it, right? Yeah. Good enough. That was very close to blowing it, but first pass, with all the bonuses, I'll take it.
Focus the disruptor on their location. Let them burn. I have its coordinates. Warping aboard the container now.
Hey, I told you to let them burn. I guess I should have told you to actively burn them rather than letting them burn. My mistake.
You are not as weak as you appear, Artanis. We shall meet again.
Welcome to the
The
afterlife.
purifier weaponry is safely aboard the Spear of ADUN. Wait, there is a prototype warrior here as well.
It's Prototype Jack.
I will have to examine it more closely.
Look at this big swelling muscles of this Prototype warrior. Oh, I got to examine it closely. All right, so we got the 15 possible bonus Solarbanite. We've unlocked the Sentry, and we have a new faction specialization available, Purifiers. Killed 156 units, lost 78, so not great. Lost 3 units of the displacement beam, destroyed 4 gateways. So we didn't get any of the fancy special mission stuff, all of which I've already gotten, I believe, but for some reason it ain't showing up. I don't know. Let's continue on with the Spear of ADUN. And that, I know I just barely got it done, but still didn't feel as stressful as the freaking tower defense mission I'm putting off.
You wish to see me, Phase Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Artanis, it is good to see you, young executor.
What?
How can this be?
It was his cloned personality that was used for the Purifier prototype.
Okay.
Given your friendship with the Source personality, I thought, well, he believes he was brought from stasis and made a Dragoon.
But he got killed. He got turned into, almost always, he ends up being turned into spawn broodlings. That's usually his fate.
By Aldaris himself to come to Glacius and serve the Templar.
It is the last recollection from his memory web. The great
Oh, well, at least his last memory is of Eldaris, who, you know, has a super cool voice.
Do you know about the experimentation done on Glacius? Why Aldaris gave you this order? I am a warrior, old friend. You know this as well as any. It is not my place to question the order of Adjudicator.
If I went around questioning the Order's adjudicators, I wouldn't have been killed at Antioch, and then killed again. Well, actually, I guess Eldaris is... My second final death isn't really his fault, but the first one was.
Enough! I have fought far too long for the will of the Conclave to be examined like some specimen. I am Templar, and I am reunited with the dearest of friends. Is this not a glorious day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it ain't a really cool day. I'm just.
You are right, of course. Carax, these tests are no longer needed.
Wait, no.
Phoenix,
Tell him he's got to submit to my
welcome
tests. What
aboard
the hell,
the
man?
Sphere of ADUN.
So yeah, this is our special friend that we. In theory, we could have done Shakura's first, and then done this, and had Robo Phoenix as a party member when we went to Core Hall, which. There's a dialogue we missed, and you can look it up on YouTube for yourself if you're interested, because that's how I saw it. I feel a little bad that we missed it, but I'd never seen it before, because you have to go really out of your way to get it. But if you go to Core Hall with Phoenix, there is a dialogue between Artanis and Phoenix, where Artanis is like, again, bear in mind, this is not really Phoenix. This is kind of Phoenix. This is a clone. This is an AI that has been programmed with Phoenix's cloned personality that thinks it's the original Phoenix. All right? So it believes it can throw down with the best of them, but it's actually a robot. Whereas Phoenix, during when he was throwing down with the best of them as a Dragoon, at that point he was a dead Protoss, or kind of dead it's weird. Like what is
happened to you?
Yeah, what is going on with this? But the Dragoons are actually zealots who are near death and are put in these robot bodies. So like there's some biological Protoss left, and they're not dead, but they're in these weird robot tank bodies, and they can't be regular old Protoss walking around anymore.
Carax, there are several lapses within my memory web over the past few days. Have you been up to something?
How could he have been up to something?
Perhaps you fell asleep.
That seems unlikely.
We just met him. They haven't had a couple of days, but anyway, they've got background chatter that apparently doesn't depend on how long you've been controlling stuff. And there's like zany comedy between them where Carax wants to examine him and learn more about the powerful robot programming, and he's like, no, knock it off. Anyway, what was I trying to get at? Yeah, he's a robot who thinks he's the real Phoenix, so there is a little dialogue if you go to Core Hall first. You never have a scene where James Raynor meets this robot Phoenix, which is, I found that to be really disappointing. As soon as I saw Robot Phoenix, I wanted him to be united with Raynor. Even in the game's epilogue scenes, like, there's never a scene where those two are brought together. But they do have a brief scene where, like, Artanis is like, wow, Phoenix, you must be really excited to get a chance to fight alongside James Raynor again. And Phoenix is like, you speak as though I know this warrior. And Artanis realizes he was cloned before Phoenix met Raynor, so this Robot Phoenix doesn't have memories of that. And it's weird because Robot Phoenix doesn't get that he's a robot, and he's got an incredible ability to just, like, not even think about stuff that makes it obvious that something's wrong and he's a robot. But he does, like, Artanis says all this, and Phoenix is listening to him, and still it's like, well, it sounds like it'll be a great honor to fight with this warrior again, and then doesn't seem to pick up on the fact that, wait, what are you talking about? I was cloned. Like, that just doesn't pop up. Anyway, let's chat with Phoenix.
You and I have stood shoulder to shoulder, blades thrumming in the heat of battle countless times. And now you lead the Protoss.
I really don't have a mirror or anything.
Thought of it. I was chosen to represent the hierarchy by the remaining Judicators and the clans of the Nerazim. I am still honored by their choice.
I touch my chest to show sincerity.
Proud as well. Tassadar is gone, Phoenix. He fell, bravely sacrificing for his people.
Actually, it seems like it was kind of dumb now, because so much has happened after he sacrificed himself. Like, he sacrificed himself thinking that he was going to end the war.
Fallen to the Zerg as well? It has. How long have I lingered in stasis? becoming this dragoon.
Okay, I guess it makes a little sense that he thinks he's the real Phoenix if he
Of course,
thinks he's in like a
greatest
robot
Templar
body,
minds replicated
but he's not
dangerous
fully a robot.
machines that had to be shut down. They were shut down, but we have never ceased the research. And
Why would
still
we
have
stop
tried to
researching
find
something that was
ways to
incredibly
develop
dangerous and
greatest
could have
Templar
destroyed us?
to use that ancient technology.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you tell me
Ancient
this?
technology.
We are facing we've seen before. We will need you in the days ahead. Maybe even the purifiers. Then my blades are yours, old friend.
Also, I guess I can shoot.
It pleases me that you are willing to explore the Purifier program, Hierarch.
It pleases me greatly, Hierarch. I'm gonna need all 4 of my hands. No, he's into weird super weapons that could destroy us all, so that's nice. And there would be dialogue with Dark Protoss Lady, but not now, I guess.
Our traditions and laws are not meaningless. They have kept us alive.
Stop being a dick about our laws and traditions.
We have acquired new robotic support technology for review.
Also, we have a new...
Karax has utilized data from Glacius to bring the robotic sentinels online. Use them wisely, Hierarch.
Mm-hmm. So now we can have... we've got Centurions, but we could also have Sentinels. They're robot men. They charge into battle and intercept enemy ground units. They revive after taking fatal damage. Created to replace zealots of the frontline, Sentinels are both resilient and expendable. Automatic self-recovery systems reassemble their bodies upon destruction, and they are outfitted with basic AI instead of a Templar personality. So, revives the Sentinel upon death. So they get Dark Coil, which can stun enemies. But these guys just... I think we gotta go with this. They die and they come back. That seems like a thing that we should be getting some use out of. Eventually we'll get some kind of new Dragoon, but there's a 4th faction. All of these units have 3 different varieties, so all 4 factions don't have a variation on every single warrior. But now we can have robotic support. We can have the Sentry, which restores shields to 2 friendly units simultaneously, decreases damage to nearby friendly units. Karax outfitted our Sentinels or Sentries with portable shield batteries, allowing them to restore shields in combat in addition to the Sentry's own shielding capabilities. This should substantially mitigate our casualties on the battlefield. Cool. But we also could do Energizers, which use speed boosts. Boosts an attack and movement speed of friendly units, transforms to generate a power field. Equipped with onboard chrono boosters, Energizers are designed to enhance the speed of Purifier shock troops. Each Energizer can also generate a power field, enabling access to the psionic matrix and warp network in hostile territory. Oh, they can act as pylons, but not while they're attacking. Stick with sentries. Doesn't make a huge difference. I don't know how much I'll be using. I mean, they're kind of useful just because they're very mineral cheap, which can be good. And we really should be having dialogue with our Protoss lady, our Dark Templar lady friend. But
I will do everything in my power to survive this war,
in the hopes that I will someday meet a Dark Protoss lady friend. We will meet her, hopefully, after we finish these missions. See you guys next time.